My bad. I thought I was talking and the mic was off. My bad. My bad. I'm just talking away. That's my fault. But yeah, I thought the Lions got dragged by the Vikings. Trying to remember everything I said. Next week we play the football team for Washington, and I mean, just looking at the game, I didn't catch the first quarter. Mike salute. I didn't catch the first quarter at all. But hey, don't forget we streaming on Sportscaster as well. You can find my Sportscaster at the bottom of your screen. Going by sportscaster.com, sportscastr.com. You can find me over there at Goodfellas Sports. I'm not creating two channels over there, so I'm just gonna plug everything I do from both all my channels on this one channel. Um, so yeah, we got a nice setup over there, man. So check out Sportscaster if you're a creator. Check out Sportscaster. Something new. We got to deal with the YouTube bull job as well too. So uh, yeah, I did a show with the coach, Lawrence Williams. He a coach guy. He worked out as a Sportscaster, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna join. So I'm always looking for 9 YouTube platforms. So here goes another one. They monetize from day one, so you ain't got to worry about getting to 1,000. And I'm guessing they fairly new as well. So yeah, man. Yeah. But I mean, Michael Jones said the coaching sucks. Stafford. Oh, you can't say Braden Coombs suck. Braden Coombs the best coach on the team. He played a receiver at Miami, Ohio. Came from Cincinnati. He definitely is the best coach on the team. Special teams, he got him playing. And don't forget John Harbaugh for the Ravens. He was a special teams coordinator, I believe, maybe with Philly. And he became a head coach. He a damn good head coach. He the best head coach in the family. Then his father, and then probably his mother, and then maybe Jim Harbaugh. But I mean, where do you start? First quarter, I did not watch. My father came over, so I watched around the second quarter, and they kind of was making the drive on the second quarter, carrying on Peterson getting in, and maybe they end up with a field goal or a touchdown. I can't remember, but I mean, Stafford pretty much lost the game. He threw 2 picks in the red zone last week versus Indianapolis. He threw 2 picks that he threw a pick and then a fumble that led to a touchdown, and the pick was a pick six. So, I mean, the difference is they've been in the games. They was in it with Indianapolis. It's just Stafford just been a bit off, and kind of got to say he a bit off not having, a lot of good weapons. He don't really have a deep threat, and then when he do, they suddenly lose Marvin Hall. They didn't target him a lot last week. Amendola old, Marvin Jones old. He looked like a completely different quarterback with Kenny Galladay. They really don't have a run game to me as well. So, still, I mean, it's just time to move on for both parties. I think Stafford should probably want to go to San Francisco. He still can throw it. I just think he's tired of being in Detroit. Simple as that. Mike Salute, we need a new quarterback. I mean, you can get a new quarterback all day. You got to find somebody that can transcend the Lions bullshit. Excuse my French. But that's what it is. You got to find somebody that can transcend it. I mean, who can? You know what I'm saying? You looking at maybe Aaron Rodgers, maybe Patrick Mahomes, maybe Watson. And you had an opportunity to get one of those type of quarterbacks. You had Tua sitting on the board. You had Herbert sitting on. Herbert was supposed to be the number 1 overall pick in 2019. Hold on, but for whatever reason, he came back to school. My bad. So, sheesh, it's tired. So, you had a number 1 overall. You got a number 1 overall pick that should have been the previous year. You passed up on him. Look, the Lions passed up on 2 number 1 overall picks last year. If Tua was healthy, he would have been a number 1 overall pick last year. And if Herbert came out the year before last, he would have been a number 1 overall pick. And that would have made this job that much more attractive. But for whatever reason, they just don't seem to be wanting the quarterback. I mean, had Herbert came out the previous year, the Lions would have had a shot at Kyler Murray. They probably would have passed. And that's kind of what you're looking at. They failed Matthew Stafford. I mean, it ain't hard to build a football team. It's not hard at all. You can build the best line, the best D-line, build a great defense. You can have ordinary offense and still win the Super Bowl. It ain't hard. The Lions just got a dome team mentality. And, last week, Dalvin Cook had an outdoor mentality. He ran all over the Packers, so everybody knew he was going to run all over the Lions. He said, I'm listening, but, bro, just clean my house. I might not come. You could, so I can check out Mike on Mike channel, too. Can we fire Sheila? I mean, what's she done to be fired so far? She got one job to do, and that's fire Matt Patricia and Bob Quinn. So, we don't know why they didn't take a quarterback. I'm guessing they weren't allowed to take a quarterback because every GM that come in wants his own guy, a head coach, in at the quarterback position. But look at the Minnesota Vikings. They can beat us all they want to. They're not going nowhere. Kirk Cousins is terrible. And they didn't win the game because of Kirk Cousins. They won the guy who they paid last, Dalvin Cook. And don't forget the Lions passed up Dalvin Cook for Gerard Davis. Also passed up the kid from Buffalo, the corner. What's his name? The kid from Buffalo. I like him. Y'all know what I'm talking about? The kid from Buffalo. His face is in my head. Let me see if I can. Tre'Davious White. That's his name. My bad. Tre'Davious White. He says the best place for Stafford is Pittsburgh. If Big Ben retires this season or a bridge quarter. No, the best place for him is either Pittsburgh or the 49ers. Because Jimmy Garoppolo about to go. I could build a football team. It's simple. It's not that hard. You know who can play and who can't play. They try to overcomplicate it. The Lions got to do like the Saints and build an outdoor team in the dome. But Dalvin Cook still running, they say. And then Madison almost had 100 yards too. He had 62 yards, I believe. You get no pressure. The offense had a chance to put up 34 points. Stafford turned it over twice. Stafford, if they had a great quarterback like Aaron Rodgers, they'd probably be at least 5-3 instead of 3-5. They had. Also just the skill positions. Look at Minnesota. They got receivers. They got Irv Smith scored twice. That's all he did was score twice off 10 yards. They got the running back. They're starting to build a line. He said, hold on. He said Stafford wife is related to the Fords. You might be right. I think that Bob Quinn was not allowed to draft a quarterback. I'm going to go ahead and assume that. Excuse me, Tre'Davious White. Man, I'll be glad when they get back to the weather is supposed to be in Michigan. I ain't like this 77 crap. I took my air conditioners out. Tomorrow, back to normal, 54. It's going to be tough for a new general manager with all the bad combo. Not really. Football is like no other. Because with the bad contracts, I can deal with that because all I'm going to do, as long as I got picks, I'm cool. As long as I'm not committed to a quarterback, and obviously Stafford don't have no more guaranteed money past this year, I'm cool with that. All I got to do is draft. And as I draft, those bad contracts will come up. So I'm not worried about the contract. All I gotta do is draft. As long as I got my picks, and he can wheel and deal picks and get more picks for the future. The guys he don't want. Let's say he don't like what's the boy name? It look like Eastside Ivo. If he don't like Okuda, he can trade him. If he don't like Swift, he can trade him. If he don't like Hawkinson, he can trade him and get picks. If he don't like, he can't trade Galladay because he ain't under contract unless they sign and trade him, or they make him sign a franchise contract and they trade him. So it's in a situation where you don't have to worry about it. It's not basketball. I legit got 7 rounds of draft picks. Plus, I got undrafted free agents that can come in and contribute. So I'm not worried about because ain't nobody coming to Detroit regardless. That's just a fact. Ain't nobody coming to Detroit. Shout out to Kobe 2K fan. I see you on Sportscaster. Tammy, appreciate it. Bye bye, Kawhi. Angie, salute. So I'm kind of watching both. But I just football is simple. You got 7 rounds and 32 selections. Plus you got some compensatory selections in there. And I mean, just look at it. You had Phillip Lindsay, an undrafted free agent. You got what's the dude from the Jaguars, Jerome James. You can find players anywhere. Running backs are the equivalent of guard. Do you know there are NBA guards outside of college that's not in the NBA? You can find guard play anywhere. You can find running backs and receivers anywhere. Look at the Jaguars. I don't even know where DJ Shark and Keelan Cole came from. And I'm going to look it up. They got DJ Shark. He went off last week. He's a good receiver. They just don't have no quarterback play. He came from LSU. He was drafted in the 2nd round. I mean, it should be a rule of thumb in the draft. You should have draft rules like the 10 crack commandments or the 10 commandments if you want to be biblical. You should have draft rules where, we don't take a receiver or a running back after, in the 1st round, unless he grade this or he Saquon or he Barry Sanders or whoever. You know what I'm saying? It should be a rule of thumb. I mean, it's simple. You get into the top 5 or 3 of the draft, it's pass rusher, it's quarterback, or it's left tackle. Unless you have Calvin Johnson, a Deion Sanders, Saquon Barkley, Ezekiel Elliott at the top of the draft. It's simple. You don't get the number 3 pick in the draft and you have Tua sitting there. And I talk a little bit about Minnesota. You got Tua sitting there, you got Herbert. Both could have been the number 1 pick the last 2 years. And you had those guys sitting there and you pass up on them. No, the rule of thumb, the first rule I have, if you get in the top 3, is you got a few options. Quarterback, pass rusher, interior, outside, or left tackle. Or you trade down. Or unless you got a special talent, Deion, Calvin, Julio, somebody like that. It's not hard. Historically, you can find great receivers 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th. You can find them undrafted. You can find running backs everywhere. So if the running back ain't a pressing need, or he ain't Saquon or Barry or Emmett, well, we can wait. They found Zach Moss in the 3rd or 4th round. They can wait. They found Phillip Lindsay, after the draft. What you really don't want to draft a position early that you're gonna overpay for, unless it's a pressing need. I don't mind paying the lineman if I draft him in the 1st round, because I know that this lineman, he ain't gonna cost me receiver money. Look at the last year's Super Bowl, right? The 49ers made it there with no prominent receivers, Deebo Samuels, and some nobodies. You can find receivers anywhere in the draft. Derrick Henry, 2nd round pick running back, Michael Thomas, Kenny Galladay. You don't have to have Randy Moss or Terrell Owens or Jerry Rice to win a Super Bowl. Tight ends. Thou shalt not draft a tight end in the 1st round. Travis Kelce, Antonio Gates was a free agent. Rob Gronkowski, 2nd round tight end. Thou shalt not draft a tight end in the 1st round. I can look here, man. I can run the Lions better than anybody that been in there. It's simple. He said, according to Woj, the Suns have had talks with Trey. They might be moving they might be the Las Vegas Suns. There's been rumors. Even Shaquille O'Neal said it like this year, last year. They moving to Las Vegas. Lions need some animals. It's easy to build the defense. It's simple. Now, if you build a great defensive line, everything else can be average or a little bit above average. You're going to win. It ain't hard. We knew Chase Young was good. I mean, you got Tre'Davious White who went late in the first round. It's talent everywhere. You just got to know how to identify. Jair Alexander was another great talent. And my whole thing is this: unless somebody slipped for drugs, I ain't taking no left tackle past the 10th pick. Maybe I'll be nice past the 15th pick. I ain't taking no left tackle past the 15th pick. No Riley Reeves, no Taylor Deckers. If they that far down the draft, it's just because they got in trouble. I felt good when Shannon Sharp roasted MP live. Who was MP? Who was MP? I don't know. I don't watch Undisputed. But shout out to this mind. This said, my bad. Defense held him to like 7 points a quarter. That's a good job for a bad defense when your quarterback turnover. Yeah, I said that. Benjamin Foe, salute. If he had if they had a better quarterback, they'd be a better team. The Lions GM don't have an eye for talent. They always go for the safe. That's my yup. And then you get guys like Janoris Jenkins that slide because behavior issues. You pass on him. Honey Badger, you pass on him. You pass on all these guys. You got to take chances. They expect you to be 22, 21, 20 years old, coming into the draft and never made a mistake. Bro had to dig deep when they paid her for brain surgery. Only way Stafford leaving is he want to. I think he meant Jeff Okudah would be a cold free safety. Everybody look out of man. He ain't no safety. You don't draft. You don't draft no safety number 3 over. You name me any safety that been drafted number 3 overall. That dude's a cornerback. Never. Hold on. He says, never set up our general manager in a good situation. Mayhew had to deal with. No. That's a lie. That is a lie. Martin Mayhew helped Millen with that mess. See, a lot of y'all might be too young. Y'all forgot that when they went on 16, they gave Mayhew and LeWine. They gave him a promotion. Yeah, they gave him, and Mayhew helped him make that mess. When they asked him, why he took Charles Rogers, he said we were supposed to draft DeMarcus Lawrence, and Mayhew and LeWine was telling me to take Charles Rogers. So that's not true. Shout out to Coastal. That's not true at all. That's a big lie. Mayhew helped make that. That's what a lot of people don't understand. That's how stupid Mr. Ford was. A lot of people don't know this. He gave Mayhew and LeWine a promotion. They was working with Matt Millen. He did not clean house. Stafford can't throw to a fast. No, he was hitting Marvin Hall like easily when they played the Colts at the end. I don't think that's the truth. Just don't think he had a lot of speed to deal with. Why do every other team able to get running backs basically off the streets and do it? Because they got good lines. I mean, the rule of thumb is you go big in the interior. You can go athletic and undersized at center, but you want to go athletic and big at center. You want to go athletic at left tackle, and you kind of want a mixture of athleticism and strength at right tackle. It's easy to see who can play and who can't play, and also you got to judge character. You don't want to deposit millions and millions of dollars into a 20, 21, 22-year-old account, and he don't have and he get the money and he go just do stupid stuff. For me, I'm drafting defensive end. I love pass. I mean, the best pass rusher to get is in the interior. The fastest way to the quarterback is in a straight line. So the Warren Saps, the Aaron Donalds, the John Randalls, the Jerome, what's my man's name? I forget. My man's Jerome Brown from Miami that passed away. Reggie White, the best one. The Dominican Sue, Gerald McCoy in his prime. The best pass rusher to get is in the middle of the line. If you get 2 defensive tackles that can do everything, that can penetrate and stop the run, you in business. If you ask me, Aaron Donald or Khalil Mack, I'm taking Aaron Donald every day. Because you can chip Khalil Mack. You can slide the line to him, but one thing you can't do is you can't take away Aaron Donald. You double team him in the middle, somebody else getting off. But I can chip Khalil Mack. Khalil Mack moves to the right or left tackle. I can chip him. I can double him with the running back and still have a running back go out for a route. But when you talking about the Sues and the Reggie Whites, if you ain't seen Reggie White, he a beast. The only guy I'm taking over those guys is Lawrence Taylor. Lawrence Taylor is the greatest football player ever. I mean, you could say Jerry Rice, Barry Sanders, they right there with him. But I'm gonna say Lawrence Taylor is the greatest football player I ever seen. He was all pro and MVP as an outside linebacker. We gotta remember this. Look at Lawrence Taylor's resume. He was one of 3 defensive players to win MVP. One of the guys was Minnesota back in there, something like that. Aaron Donald just did it, and Lawrence Taylor. And also, he was all pro at middle linebacker and outside linebacker. So that's 2 different things. Lawrence Taylor's the greatest football player, and he was doped up while doing it. Don't let nobody tell you other. Lawrence Taylor's the greatest football player that there ever was. I don't have a problem with you saying he up there with Jerry, and Deion Sanders ain't up there. Ain't no cornerback the greatest football player. A cornerback can't be. You can take away half the field, but guess what? I can go to the other half. I can go check down to the back. Now these running backs can get off and run. I mean, these quarterbacks get off and run. Noble Sports say they need a quarterback bad time. It's too late. Too late. They should have got one last year. 12 years of misery. They need a linebacker. They need everything. At this point, to be honest, y'all gonna hate me for this. I'll let that dude Galladay walk. It just don't make no sense to pay him. Love him to death. It don't make no sense to pay him. If you starting over, they could have got a quarterback 2019. They didn't do it. They could have got one this year. They didn't. They had a shot at 2 number 1 picks. Tua could have been number 1 this year if it wasn't for the injuries, and Herbert would have been number 1 in 2019. They would have had the same impact as Okuda had. Now you're in a position where you got 3 wins. You're not going to get a shot at Lance. You're not going to get a shot at Fields. You're not going to get a shot at Booker. What you're going to end up with another Matthew Stafford. You're going to end up with the quarterback at BYU. You're going to end up with Mac Jones. You don't have the draft capital to move up. So me personally, maybe you keep Stafford around 1 more year, maybe 2 more years. You know, that's the guy, or maybe you bring in a Fitzpatrick. That's just the God honest truth. Because you want to get the right quarterback. So maybe you just tank next year. You know, it don't make no sense to go out there and go reach for a quarterback that you don't believe in. They messed up by not getting Herbert. Let's just build around Chase Daniels. Oh, we got jokes. Hey, that'd be a good idea for next year. This tank with Chase Daniels. But they messed up. Could have ended up with Hurts, and wasn't a big fan of his. Matt Patricia. He said receivers they really not. They important, but they not. They're really not. I mean, look at who the Eagles had at receiver when they won the Super Bowl. They ain't even around no more, for the most part, at least healthy. You can go out there and get some receivers 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th round and be adequate. You always going to have receivers around. Antonio Brown winning, the 6th round? You got to be able to develop. She watched television salute. But, I mean, ain't really much to talk about Sunday. We know it was going to happen. Dalvin Cook could have got the single game rushing record. I don't know why they ain't let him get it. What the Vikings playing for? Nothing. Them 62 yards that the majority of the ones that Madison had, they could have went to Dalvin Cook. You know? Let me see what the single game rushing record is. Oh, I don't know. He wasn't reaching that. I mean, he wasn't even with Madison yards. Adrian Peterson got 296. So you got to beat 296. And then Jamal Lewis got 295. I remember that game. Jerome Harrison. He had 286. I don't even remember who that was in Cleveland. Corey Dillon, the most underrated running back of all time, who should be in the Hall of Fame. He had 278. The juice. OJ had 273. Warden had 275. I'm surprised Barry Sanders ain't on this list. Spec Sanders on the list. Nope. Barry 237. Surprising Barry was not higher on that list. Bears Paul, salute. On MM Sports, salute. Appreciate it. I'm surprised. 237 still good. You know, you got to think about it. That's like running up the field twice and then 37 yards against 11 other players. He says the Forest don't look any player that smoke weed. Man, everybody smoke weed. I don't smoke weed, but everybody smoke weed. I don't smoke it. But Okuda is not a cornerback. That dude is a cornerback. Get out of here, man. You smoking dope. What is he? Ain't no free safety. That dude is a cornerback, bro. He ain't no Charles Woodson. Maybe at the end of his career. Y'all looking at, oh, he's not doing good. Neither was Darius Slay his first year. It take time. Would you get nope? Yeah, I take Jameis. I'm trying to tank. What do you say from people who are still saying man, crack is a hell of a drug? He said Jordan Matthew Stafford was pretty good when he had Johnson. No, he wasn't. Somebody was arguing, he won. He didn't. People got mad. Man, he was not good. Them dudes would get down. He would just start throwing, rockets to Calvin Johnson. Nate Burleson was overrated, bro. He ain't never been good. That year he threw 40-something touchdowns. That was because they was behind. He started chucking the ball to Calvin. He had to be down by 20 for that to happen. Crazy Lions still have people from the Mayhew era, new coaching staff. He's from the Millen era. It's time for the rebuild trade. I mean, you got 3 wins right now. All right. Even if you finish with 3 wins, you're not going to be in front of the Jets. Okay? All right, look. Chargers 2-6. They're going to win some more football games. Bengals 2-5. They don't need a quarterback. Jags 1-7. Y'all beat them. We beat them. Cowboys, the whole NFC East is just a mess. 2-6, 2-7, 2-7. So you competing with the Falcons, the Panthers, the Vikings, the Giants, the Cowboys, the Washington football team, the Jets, the Chargers, the Bengals, and the Jags, and possibly the Texans. Well, they don't need a quarterback. I don't know. There's 3 quarterbacks next year that's really good. I watched that BYU quarterback. I passed. I still remember when Matthew Stafford used to overthrow Megatron a lot. I was down with the front office one day, went all the way to Toledo and didn't seem to get Kareem Hunt. That dude they got, McElwain, whatever his name, he retired. They could have got James Robinson, that's his name, instead of Jason Hunt. Wasn't James Robinson a free agent? It makes no sense to pay Gay. Don't at this point if you rebuild him. It makes no sense. My bad. My bag's out. I really need a mouse. He said, I bet Adrian Peterson was hoping Dalvin didn't break his record. He could have. You're right. They should have got, man, I got to know why they didn't get a quarterback behind. I got to know. And I think I got a hunch that Sheila and Martha didn't want a quarterback. He said they need to trade everything. They need to change the colors, the name, get out that warehouse they playing in downtown. You ain't lying. They got some idiots running that team, bro. Look at Rod Wood, don't know nothing about football. Why is you even on the business side of football? You don't even know what the first down is. How many quarterbacks get 10 years to start with no achievement? Man, Matthew Stafford. What sucks is the Lions gonna win this week. No, they not. Not without Stafford. Hold on, my bad. He said, I remember I was hoping for Zach Wilson from BYU. I remember the bowl game he lit up CMU for over 300 yards. What he doing now? Yeah, Adrian Peterson at 296. Jesus, they might as well just let him get to 300. I bet Adrian Peterson. Yeah. Michael Mike say draft. I mean, it ain't that simple. You just can't go out there and say, well, I want a quarterback, Mike. You're not going to be in the top 3 next year. You know, so you're not going to get Lance, which I'm not sure. I haven't really seen him. You're not going to get Fields. You're not going to get Lawrence. So, I mean, unless somebody pop up like RG3 out the blue, you know, you're really in a situation where you don't want to draft a quarterback that ain't going to be good. This organization need a transcendent quarterback. They don't need Joe Montana, Tom Brady. They need a Peyton Manning. You know, not a Ben. They need a great quarterback. He said, you think we get in the top 10 pick? Yeah, they get in the top 10 pick. But then again, I might trade that pick away. I might trade it next year. Maybe this year, third, next year, first and the third. I mean, you can keep the pick all you want to, but the reality of it is, I mean, you can get a good lineman. You get a lot. The reality is they don't have the assets to move up into the first, or second, or third pick. So what you might want to do is let Stafford keep playing this year, or find a Jameis, Haskins, or let Chase Daniels or Fitzpatrick run the show. Be bad next year. Get a high pick and get a quarterback. Now, could there be quarterbacks that could kind of bridge if you was like a Baltimore Ravens old team with a good defense and a good running back? I mean, yeah, if you was an organization that was solid like Pittsburgh or like Baltimore, you know, then you can put a Gardner Minshew there and be all right. You know, in this situation, the biggest mistake the Lions made was not getting a quarterback this year. Nate Burleson was the only here for the veteran leadership. He said, I pray we don't win this week. Football is so simple. It's simple. It's simple. Of course, you're going to have some missed picks, but it's simple. Herbert sitting there 6'6", running what, 4'5", 4'6", rocket arm. It wasn't nothing like it was. Come on. Everything in the life. You think the Lions was good before Stafford hurt his hand? It was never good. Good is consistently being good, if that makes sense. He says there's quarterback depth. What you talking about? In the next draft? I don't want that boy from BYU. I don't want the Alabama quarterback. I don't want them. You need if you can't get Lamar Jackson type of quarterback, you're gonna need a Manning. You need a great quarterback. I'm not sold on that. I haven't seen him play. So I seen him play in the little fake game they put together this year. He said, first time catching you straight. I appreciate it, Jay Hardaway. He said, Lions going to be stupid when. I mean, it really don't matter. If you're not going to be in the top 3 this year, you're not going to get a quarterback you like. So I'm fine with it. Maybe you take Garoppolo this year if you get rid of Stafford and let him stink it up here. Niners fan, we can't catch a break from. I mean, that's how it is. The Super Bowl runner-up always bad next year. I wish we drafted a quarterback, put some pressure. There ain't no more pressure on Stafford. He at the end of his career. No pressure. They should have did that 10,000 years ago. I really like Tua younger brother. If he beats Ohio State, man, if he beats Ohio State, okay. Or they need to sign our tennis Penner. You was talking about like 20 years ago? Running back Penner? Jesus, you took it back on that one. Man, I don't know. They should have took a quarterback last year. The Lions, that would have been a good job for somebody. And I don't know. I don't know about taking. I would have took Tua Or I would probably took Herbert over Tua because of the injuries. But man, how you not like Herbert? The only reason I didn't want Tua or Herbert was because Patricia was coming back. I didn't want the new quarterback to come in and have Patricia have Patricia get fired and have a new coach that might not. Man, every coach that came in didn't want Matthew Stafford. I don't care about that. You take the quarterback. I thought you was gonna say some intelligent stuff like, "Well, I didn't want the new quarterback to come in and win games and save Patricia's job." Forget all that, man. You got two quarterbacks that could have won number one the last couple or this year or the last year with Herbert. You take them. Streetwalk Television say, I think the Lions' problem is they're going to try to be different and bring in different recipes of success, like the Rams did 3 years ago. As far as having their own, man, football is easy. You block, you get after the passer and stop the run, and everything else is after that. You don't need a great quarterback to have a great team. I mean, a great quarterback can keep you in the running for years to come. But man, if I can just build this team, man, I would do so much better than these other guys. Well, I mean, come on, dude, Bob Quinn look like he even played football before. That man look like he played give back. So why I can't be more qualified than him? That's all I'm at. I'm more qualified than Bob Quinn. What's wrong with the quarterback? I'm like, man, I don't want no quarterback. I ain't impressed. I take Clemson backup quarterback before I took him. I'm trying to keep Devin Booker here. He said, I like Mond or Trash. Kellen Mond or Trash. No, I'm straight. I don't want that dude from Florida. You can keep him. And him and Sam Ehlinger. You can keep both of them. You keep both. I don't know who Kellen Mond is. I'd take the backup quarterback from Florida if they let him play. That brother nice. He better than Sam Test or whatever his name Test is. I don't know. I don't want no Gators. No Gator quarterback. I stated multiple times the Lions should have drafted Herbert and got ridiculed for it. Man, Herbert is the truth. Ain't no Joy Harrington. He said, great defense out of quarterback looks. Yeah, that's all it is. Now, a great quarterback can make a regular team look great. Aaron Rodgers do it every year. He from Texas, and I'm straight. I don't know, man. I can't speak on it. Joe Middleton, man, Jim Harbaugh is just atrocious, man. He can't coach a lick. I agree. Mike missed Herbert. With Mike missed Herbert and Tua. I'm loving what I'm seeing from both of them. Man, Herbert, the truth. He's too bad he's stuck in Los Angeles Chargers, man, because he ain't gonna never win nothing there. He ain't gonna never that on a cheap. Him and Bortles. Tua might win something in Miami because they got a good football team. They got good defense. They just got to find a running back and maybe a receiver to go with Parker. It's over with. As soon as they get all that and they go on, they be like 10-0. Herbert, Tua gonna break his hip again. Oh, that's the type of luck Miami got. And Mike Brown of the Bengals, he just cheap. Think about it. He let Carson Wentz sit out all them years. Carson Palmer sit all them years out. Just honor you. I love Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick got a hustler mentality. He don't get emotionally attached. He don't get like what's the old boy name that Al Davis used to run the Raiders? He used to get like personal feelings. He used to let personal feelings get in the way. Like he set Marcus Brown down for whatever reason it was. Bill Belichick don't care. Oh, Gronkowski want to go to Tampa Bay? Bill Belichick got some compensation for him. Bill Belichick can't draft to save his life, but he made great moves. I don't know why Jordan Howard declined because they don't use him the right way. Do you think Tavai or Davis is definitely above? Hey, watch. Hey, if they would have traded Davis to the Steelers, which they should have traded and got some compensation for that, he probably would have been a star. Tavai probably another. What's the old boy name that went to the Patriots and now he played for Calvin Noy for the Dolphins? Tavai. It just ain't no coaching. Burrow game so crazy. I hope he don't get hurt. And Man, the joke. I'm almost cause that Joker throwing the ball like 100 times a game. Yeah, he out cold, bro. Hey, Joe Burrows, if he played for Cleveland, they'd be in the playoffs this year, easily. He way better than Baker Mayfield. But I forever love Baker Mayfield for beating Ohio State and sticking that flag in the O. Baker Mayfield, the college GOAT for that. Yeah, Burrows is nice, dog. Burrows is nice. I mess with Burrows. I like Burrows at LSU. I told them Ohio State boys that they was gonna win the championship. I told you. That boy Burrows was out there dropping dimes all season. Everybody crying for McCaffrey. McCaffrey played last year. He garbage. Stacey Ross, they definitely need to sell. Or give me the run. I can do a better job than all of them at drafting. It ain't hard to draft. It ain't hard to see if you can play and can't play. Stop it. Stop it. It's a joke. He gonna die in Cincinnati though. His career gonna die there. Any other questions? He say, my bad. Brother Forrest never sell it. Nope, they won't never. Unless they start losing money. Who should the Lions draft this offseason? Jaden Agnew. Is that TK? Yeah, that's you a TK. You look like TK if that's you. Oh, that's a good question. I ain't been watching enough college football to be honest. I ain't watching none last weekend or this weekend. I watched Clemson game a little bit, but I ain't been watching. I thought that Oklahoma quarterback was gonna be good, but maybe another year. Sam Ehlinger, no. I really ain't seen no players that I like this year. Ian Book looked pretty good, but I ain't really seen nobody that really stuck out so far. But I ain't been watching. You feel like they're going to blow this team up next season? To blow it up, you got to get rid of the GM and the coach. Do you think Stafford retires after? I don't know. I don't think so. I think he want to go somewhere and win. LaMelo going to be a Piston? Probably not. Her Chicago want to jump up. I mean, that's a lot of players I like in the draft. I would trade back with Boston. And then I would flip Kennard, and if I could do a sign and trade with Wood, I'll try to flip one of them or both of them over to Dallas to get the 18th pick because they could end up with for the Pistons, they should get Hillburn, to be honest, if they can't get Ball. But if they trade down, they can end up with Maxey, Sadiq Bey, Aaron Neeson, the point guard from France, the Theo guy. He better than Killian. Who else we got? We got a lot of guys just sitting there, man. It's just a lot of guys that's good, man. I like a lot of the middle of the pack guys. Like Neeson, Sadiq Bey, the point guard for French Theo, Tyrese Maxey. I might done more than Obi Toppins and James Wiseman and Anthony Edwards. In this draft, you get better value in the middle of the draft than the end, than the beginning. I think a lot of the players that's in the middle of the draft is going to be better. I think Sadiq Bey should be Rookie of the Year. Sam Holloway, North Carolina. Yeah, Mac Brown got them boys down there playing. I ain't never thought that old boy from Texas would be able to bring North Carolina back. I ain't paying no attention, to be honest. I ain't been watching a lot of college. I used to love college football. Early 2090s, used to love it. I like Hillburn and Edwards. Edwards all right. He all right. I don't know. Top Kellyan's I ain't seen Patrick when Kellyan garbage. So I take Patrick Williams off of that. I like Toppins. He don't play no D. Toppins don't play 0D. He don't even know what defense is. You see his name, Obi Toppins ain't got no D in it. I think Kira Lewis is receiver. I ain't seen him play. I seen his name. I gotta do a draft spotlight on him and Patrick Williams. We can't use Kellyan. He only effective in pick and roll. Man, he sucked. He can't even lay up with his right hand. I don't even talk to me about Kellyan. I ain't seen Kira Lewis play. Do you think the Lions will go on a winning streak? No. Nope. Hope not. They won't be able to get Trevor Lawrence or Fields. Nope. Unless they trade. They best bet is Cincinnati or Houston get the second pick or a top 3 pick, and they're able to trade up with those guys. But they ain't got enough draft capital. They'll have to mortgage their future to get those. And you think about it. The way Bob Quinn, Mayhew, Lewan, and Brian Sanders drafted, why not trade like 7,000 picks for one good player? Because look at the 2 years ago draft, the 19 draft. I mean, who good? Hawkinson good, but you can't tell because they don't throw them the ball. They ain't getting Trey Lance neither. All them going in the top 3 or the top 5. For sure. Boy, Mason knocked out on my bid, boy. Call his name, he won't jump. They got Chihuahua Mini Penetrators got a bad rap, but that good dog, bro. You know, they're a real good dog. I don't know why people don't like Chihuahua Mini Penetrators. Y'all, Kellyan can't use his right hand. He garbage. Houston first round pick is with Miami. What's going on, Renardo? Oh, I see them the Bills won. I kind of got a feeling the Bills is going to beat the Seahawks. Cross-country travel, no defense. Seeing the Arco saying the line, nah. Nah. What shit the Pistons doing? Nothing. Nothing. Don't do a damn thing. If you can't get Ingram, I like Malik Beasley, but he facing the case, so other than that, nothing. Just sign a whole bunch of 1-year contracts. Be bad. I would really trade with Boston. And then I flip Kennard, sorry self, for an 18th pick. And think about it, you can have 14, 18, 20-something, and 30th pick. The Pistons can rebuild right there. And guess what? Them picks not going to cost you that much money. At 14, you can end up with Neeson or Sadiq Bey. Or you can end up with Maxey. Come back with the 18th pick. You can end up with Neeson or Bey. Come back with the 26th pick. You can end up with Kira Lewis. You know, come back. I mean, you can do whatever with that, man. I'll be calling Boston. You can hit Phoenix up and get the 10th pick. I would have been traded for that 10th pick and Kelly Oubre. Salute. Like on Mike. Vaughn say Stafford, Bob Quinn, and Patricia and Bevel can go. We might trade with Miami. Man, I take them Boston 3 picks for the 7th. I flip and get they can flip and legitimately get multiple picks. Man, I'll be getting hella picks. They lucky I ain't the coach or the GM of the Pistons. I know basketball more than I know football. Man, no. Why would I go get them bombs? No, I don't care who the center gonna be. I ain't planning to be no championship team next year. Thon Maker can play center next year for all I care. I want to tank and be bad and get a top pick. Bay is a great fit for the Pistons. Sadiq, oh yeah, I love Sadiq Bey, bro. He got a great game. He a Piston. He can be an old school Piston. I like Neeson too. He can shoot it. Larry, salute. Appreciate it. He can shoot it, man. Sadiq, man, boy. My favorite players in the draft ain't none of them top 5 players. Wiseman, he weak. He don't know how to play defense. Only one of them my guys that I like in the top 5, and that's I like Melo. He cool. But I like Denny. That's the only guy in the top five I really like, him and maybe Melo. Other than that, Haliburton, Neeson, Bay, Maxey. I don't know. There's a few other guys. I like the Theo guy from France. Cassius Winston. I want the Pistons to trade up. Besides Kennard, they don't have much. Yeah, they do. They got Kennard. They can sign and trade Wood. They got Derrick Rose. They got some capital. But I mean, you can get Haliburton and be good. Been a Lions fan since the baby. Man, that's unfortunate. Me too. Blake Griffin for no, Andrew. You do not need to be the Pistons GM. No. They say Gordon Hayward might opt out though. I ain't leaving no $34 million on the table. Forget that. Get out of Blake contract. It don't matter. Blake can stay on. It don't really matter. His contract gonna be attractive next year. I just saw the Suns might get CP3. They going to Vegas. I don't care. They ain't gonna help them out. They got Ricky Rubio. Bring him back. Cassius is big Sparty Winston. I like Cassius Winston. I ain't got no issue with Michigan State basketball, even though Michigan basketball better anyway. We got the number one recruiting class in the country. Stafford in the first. Man, they ain't doing that. Adam Gates not gonna be their kid. He won't be there. He gonna be 5. Remember, he used to coach the Lions for a minute. Forget what he used to be. Quality control guy. Supreme Josh Salute. Gordon Hayward is on the last year of his contract. No, he can opt out. I'm good. I don't want no Gordon Hayward. I'll keep Blake. No, sorry, Bob. Don't want him. I think I like Gordon Hayward in Portland. That's a good move for him because Melo talking about he don't want to come back. He want to go somewhere and play somewhere else. What's going on, Renardo? He said Detroit. I think Detroit should get LaMelo. Man, I won't be mad if they did. We're going to be on national television a lot more. Don't matter. Number ones get they whooped every year, including us. What you mean number ones? Y'all seen the Clippers one. The Clippers get Westbrook, it's a wrap. They definitely lose. LeBron, only thing that's going to stand in the championship with LeBron is KD in Denver. My Hoosier, man, how's you from Virginia? You like Pacers and you like in the who? How? Who wake up and say I want to be a Pacer fan? I like Reggie Miller back in the day. I don't even know who the Indiana head coach is. Y'all been sorry for a minute. Y'all ain't gonna be whooping on us. Hold on, y'all ain't gonna be whooping on us, especially not next year. Y'all ain't gonna. What's so funny is Isaiah Todd decommitted from Michigan, and now the G League might not have a season this year. I still wish him the best. We should bring the ball, but man, they said New Orleans trying to get LaMelo. Pistons need to get Oubre and Kuzma. I love Kelly Oubre game, boy. Him and Diambo on the wings. Either one of them can play the 2. And you get somebody like Haliburton to play the point. Oh, he said number one. Hold on. Let me remove that. He said number ones though. Man, get out of here. Don't get mad because Tom Izzo mess up everybody. Tom Izzo, the most overrated coach in history. Him and Krzyzewski. Where do you think Oladipo goes next year? I don't know. If Devon Mitchell don't go to Miami, maybe he go there. You up? Yeah, it makes him up. Ali Lar can use. Hey, who? Oh, Damian Lillard. Yeah, I like him to go out there. Hayward might be an all-star over there. LeVar coming won't be. Oh no, he don't come to New Orleans. He heard that noise, the clap. He ain't coming here talking that junk. He ain't stupid. Oh, leap on Miami. Yeah, be straight. Gonzaga could be having a good program every year, so it don't surprise me. Gonzaga used to be good in the late 90s. Whoever been coaching them, they should been coaching in the NBA. I forget his name. Gonzaga be good every year, and they ain't even no big school. Where Gonzaga in, like Northern California? That's a good question. Hold on. Hold on. I got to know where Gonzaga at. I think it's in Northern California. No, it's in Washington. Sheesh, so Spokane. I ain't bad. Washington expensive. Washington State. Hold on. Gonzaga ain't crazy. They be making runs. Gonzaga nice. You too young to remember when they was nice back in the day. I think Mark Few is their coach. Yeah, Mark Few. Yeah, he's a great coach. Great coach. I'm better than Adam Gase. Anybody can be better than him. You can ask Madden and come out better than him. You think Purdue is going to be Purdue what? Drew Brees walking through that door? Or basketball? I got a good basketball team. I know they in Indiana. Who wake up and say, I want to go to Purdue? Hey, Mason. They be trying to clip my dog tail and clip his ears. No way, Jose. Mason look good the way he is. Basketball. Yeah, they always got a good basketball team. I don't know nothing about it this year. Remember, they had Robbie Hummel and they had a good team. Indiana got some good basketball teams. They got Butler. They is supposed to be a basketball stadium. It's time to tank Lions and Pistons. Yep. I'm glad the Lions and Pistons didn't end up with the number one pick this year. Sheesh. For football, watch Indiana. They got a squad. Yeah, I seen them beat. I heard they beat up on Michigan. But yeah, man, appreciate y'all, man. I'm getting out of here. I'm tired. I'm thirsty. I just drunk a liter and a half of that Waka Key water, whatever. It's good though. Tired. I'm very tired. Tired, but Dalvin Cook, he's still running. But yeah, appreciate it. We on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Motor City Sports Talk. You can follow me on Sportscaster, sportscaster.com. It's going across down below your screen, SPORTSCASTR. Follow me at Goodfellow Sports over there. He said, my little brother go to Purdue. He cried when they didn't want him anymore. Wanted to go to Purdue. His win. I don't think Troy Weaver is saying to the media, he says he retooling. Man, rebuild. Rebuild, fool. Appreciate y'all, man. We gone.